So what is this class geometry? Well, geometry is all about shapes and properties, and there's two different kinds of geometries that we can look at. One is called plane geometry, study of flat surfaces, and solid geometry, study of three-dimensional objects. Now, so why do we need geometry, and why are you even here? Well, geometry allows us to study patterns. It allows us to find areas and volumes and lengths of all kinds of things that we can measure, and angles too. And it basically allows us to understand everything that's around us. And so, where do we use it? Well, geometry actually works on a spatial intelligence, a part of your brain where, let's say when you begin to drive, that you need to measure the distance to parallel park, let's say, or the braking distance. And so that spatial intelligence that you develop helps with that. And so we use geometry every day because of our intelligences that we continue to work on. In architecture, engineering, design, robotics, sports, measurement, tools, all those areas are areas where we use geometry. Things like landscaping and fashion design, measuring things to make a design using technology also, and maybe even building a house someday, whether it's in a design in a computer program or physically actually creating the house as well. When you look at the skyline of Kansas City, you see all of these buildings, and all of that represents geometry as well. And so geometry really works on that spatial intelligence, but it's also reasoning and logic and the ability to think. And in this class, because it comes after algebra, yes, you will use algebra, and you'll be able to set up and solve equations from the diagrams and things that we work with. So welcome to geometry. That's a little bit about the course. Now let's get into the first concept.